Welcome. Today, we're diving into two classic fables that are really going to make you think. They challenge our ideas about what it means to be wise, what it means to be foolish, and, maybe most importantly, what things in life are truly valuable. So let's just jump right in with our big question. Who's the real fool here? The person who attempts the impossible, or the one who seemingly throws away everything? To figure that out, let's first meet a guy named Magan. He's a thief whose ambition, well, it was only matched by his incredible foolishness. You see, Magan wasn't your typical thief. He had big ideas, but he was constantly getting outsmarted. One night, a clever homeowner named Seth, who was just fed up with Magan's clumsy attempts to rob him, decided to have a little fun and turn the tables with the ultimate challenge. Seth told him, "Look, if you're as great as you say you are, forget my jewels. Go steal the moon." And you know what? Magan, in his infinite wisdom, accepted the challenge. So how on earth do you steal the moon? Well, naturally, Magan had what he thought was a flawless four-step plan. His logic here was something else. He figured a bat has a strong grip, right? It could just latch onto the moon. And then a powerful truck could simply, pull it right out of the sky. Simple. And the most incredible part? He came back the next day claiming he'd actually done it. Now, Seth, our clever homeowner, saw a golden opportunity here. He didn't argue. Instead, he brilliantly suggested that Magan should monetize his prize. So, Magan opened a museum, put his glowing moon inside a big glass case, and wouldn't you know it, people flocked to see this incredible sight. But there's a problem. As we all know, the moon has phases, and pretty soon Monaghan's prize asset started to wane. First it became a tiny sliver, and then one night, it was gone completely. Vanished, leaving poor Monaghan totally ruined and weeping over an empty glass box. And guess who swooped in to pick up the pieces? Yup, Seth. The very same guy who issued the challenge in the first place. He bought the now worthless museum for practically nothing, and he just waited. Sure enough, the new moon cycle began, the moon waxed, the crowds came back, and Seth got incredibly rich off of Magan's spectacular foolishness. Okay, so Magan seems like a pretty clear-cut fool, right? He was tricked by a force of nature he just didn't get. But hold on, let's look at a second story that deals with a very different kind of foolishness. Or is it? This one is about a father's seemingly bizarre last wish. So in this tale, we have a wealthy father on his deathbed, and he has two very different sons. He knew his elder son, Ajay, was greedy and cunning, and he worried that Ajay's greed would completely ruin his younger, kind-hearted son, Vijay. So he came up with a plan. When the will was read, it seemed both cruel and totally nonsensical. He left his entire vast fortune, all the factories, all the wealth, to the greedy son, Ajay, and to his kind son, Vijay, he left him nothing more than a single, run-down hut in the middle of the jungle. While Ajay was celebrating his huge inheritance, Vijay just humbly accepted his fate. He trusted that his father must have had a good reason. So, along with a loyal servant, he made the long journey to his new, humble home. As Vijay stepped inside, probably preparing himself for a simple life of poverty, he realized, almost immediately, that his inheritance was not at all what it seemed. Because that humble exterior was just a disguise. It concealed an absolutely magnificent, opulent palace. It was a testament to his father's hidden wisdom and love. But wait, that wasn't even the only secret waiting for him. The moment Vijay sat on the grand throne inside this hidden palace, poof, a genie appeared. The genie explained that he was magically bound to serve whoever owned that throne, an artifact the father had acquired many, many years ago. And here is the truly brilliant part. You see, the father had visited the throne one last time before he died, and his final wish wasn't for himself. His wish was a command to the genie: protect my son Vijay for his entire life. This wasn't just an inheritance of property. It was an inheritance of absolute, lifelong protection and prosperity. Okay, so let's bring these two fascinating stories back together. Let's see what powerful lesson they share about value, perception, and what it really means to be foolish or to be wise. What we see is a complete reversal, isn't it? Magan, who looked like he achieved the impossible by stealing the moon, was actually just a gullible fool duped by basic astronomy. Meanwhile, the father, who appeared cruel and foolish, had actually engineered the ultimate, foolproof safety net for his son. This really captures their opposite fates perfectly. Magan chased a flashy illusion, this grand prize, and was left with absolutely nothing. Vijay, on the other hand, humbly accepted what seemed like a worthless gift and gained a life of peace, security, and true happiness. So I think the ultimate lesson from both of these fables is that what we see on the surface, well, it rarely tells the whole story. Real value is often hidden, and sometimes what looks like profound foolishness at first glance is actually the deepest wisdom. And that really leaves us with a final thought to mull over. What opportunities, or people, or even ideas in our own lives might we be dismissing as simple or worthless, when in reality, they might just be that humble hut that's hiding a palace inside?